Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast today. The Cleveland Northeast Ohio chapter of Black MBAs hosts its annual scholarship gala on December the 3rd, and President Jeanette Haynes-Gordon will tell us more about that. Then later on, LaShawn Sawyer of Toward Employment and Ilya McGee of Oriana House will explain how they're helping prepare individuals for the job market. Later in the broadcast after that, author and illustrator and good friend Howard Davis will be here to discuss his new children's book called Professor Teachalot. We're going to teach you a lot of things about that, too. Career Day, we're going to talk a lot about a lot of good things. Good morning. I'm Leon Bibb. This is Kaleidoscope, and so we begin. Beginning right now with Jeanette Haynes-Gordon, president of the Cleveland Northeast Ohio chapter, Black MBAs. Hey, Jeanette.
Hey, how are we doing?
Okay, how are you today?
I'm doing great today.
Yeah. Refresh our minds, not that I need refreshing, but I know maybe our public does, on what the National Association of Black MBAs, what does it do?
Well, our mission is to lead in the creation of economic opportunities and economic growth, lead in the leadership opportunities by giving out scholarship dollars, working with the youth, which we have our youth program, and educating.
Mm-hmm. And these are folks who have degrees and who are really working in the business community and working to chart their own courses and help others in the same vein.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. What's required to be a member of the Black MBAs?
To be a member of the Black MBAs, a lot of people don't realize this, that you don't just have to have an MBA. Mm-hmm. You can have a graduate degree in any specialty. Mm-hmm. You can be an entrepreneur, you can be a senior level executive, or you can be a graduate student working on a graduate degree.
And you don't have to be black either, do you?
No, you do not. Because we do not discriminate.
We want people of all persuasions there helping, but certainly with the emphasis is on helping black kids.
It takes all to grow.
Helping young black folks get started because they need a leg up sometimes. You've brought with you a magazine. I want to get a shot of this because it's really kind of impressive looking magazine. We'll get a shot of that maybe on camera 3. Tell me about this magazine.
That magazine, it comes out through our national headquarters. And it has articles, business articles. This edition right here highlights our national conference that we just had in L.A., where we honored Magic Johnson with the award. It has a lot of good business articles.
And this is the national organization, and really on quality paper you can tell somebody's put a lot of time in this.
It comes out quarterly.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful magazine. So let's talk a little bit about some of the programs that you've got going here in Northeast Ohio that you're especially proud of.
I'm really proud of our Leaders of Tomorrow program. Those are my babies. Those are our 9th through 12th grade students. We'll be starting back up with that program in October, this month, really. Next week, they'll start up with we meet with them one Saturday a month. This year, their curriculum is about entrepreneurs, where they're going to be given some money and they're going to come up with a product to sell. And at the end of the year, whatever dollars that they raise, they will be able to give it to a charity of their own. We just recently had our 5th annual Diversity Career Fair at the Marriott East, which was a very big success. We had 325 individuals come through. We had about 30 companies, and we had colleges there. I got a call from Walmart just the other day. They had 30 candidates that they're bringing back, and they're going to host this at the Marriott East also, where they have an original individuals come back to do panel interviews, and they'll be hiring for assistant manager training positions.
That's how you find a job, kind of a career day, career committee.
It's been very successful.
I know you're also here to talk a little bit about your big event, which is coming up on Friday, December the 3rd, the annual Awards and Scholarship Gala. What's that about?
Yes, we're celebrating our 25th anniversary this year, and we do our annual Scholarship and Awards Gala every year. December, it's always the first Friday in December, and what we do there is we thank our corporate partners, because without them we couldn't do all the things we do, and we honor a corporate partner. This year, our 2010 Corporate Partner of the Year will be Centos Corporation.
Centos.
We also we raise scholarship dollars and administer scholarships. We try to do at least $10,000 in scholarships, and those go out to our Leaders of Tomorrow students that are getting ready to go to undergrad, as well as graduate business students.
It's going to be Friday, December the 3rd. Where you're holding it?
It's going to be at the Marriott Key Center,
downtown.
1227 Public Square. And we have a special keynote speaker this year.
Who's that?
Our keynote speaker is Jeff Johnson, the political commentator and BET personality. And he's a native Clevelander.
He certainly is. I've known Jeff for many years, watched him grow up.
Yes, he will be our keynote speaker this year.
That's going to be Friday, December the 3rd, and are tickets still available for that evening event?
Tickets are still available. For members, it's $50. Non-members is $75. And bring a table is $750.
So if we make a phone call, can people hook up a table or hook up a ticket?
They sure can. Just give us a call or go to our website, which is www.clevelandblackmbas.org.
Yeah, clevelandblackmbas.org, as you see at the bottom of the screen. 440-520-0181 is the telephone number.
Right.
And you can get everything that you need to know about the Black MBAs by making that phone call or going to that website, right?
That is correct.
And you can talk to somebody. When you call that, you're not talking to a machine.
No, you will not get a machine. You will get an actual person.
And you can get your tickets. Well, once again, it's going to be Friday, December the 3rd, the big corporate awards and scholarship gala, sponsored by the Cleveland Northeast Ohio chapter of the Black MBAs. And this is always a big event. 25 years?
25 years.
Wow.
And, we look back and we did a list of our accomplishments over the last 8 years. And we realized that we have given out at least $85,000 in scholarships. And that was very impressive.
Congratulations. And you should be proud of what you do. And I know you are.
Yes.
Jeanette Haynes-Gordon is the president of the Cleveland Northeast Ohio chapter of the Black MBAs, planning their big event on Friday, December the 3rd at the Marriott Key Center in downtown Cleveland. Good to see you.
Good seeing you.
Okay, take care.
Thank you.
I'll take a break. In a moment, we'll return. And we'll have more of Kaleidoscope, but first these words. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. Toward Employment provides a number of services to help individuals who are transitioning into the workforce. And LaShawn Sawyer of Toward Employment and Ilya McGee of Oriana House and the New Employment Transition, or NET program, will talk a little bit about this. I've got LaShawn Sawyer sitting next to me and Ilya McGee sitting on the outside. Good to have you both with us.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell me, LaShawn, you're senior program manager. What is Toward Employment?
Toward Employment helps individuals who are either entering into the workplace or provide the supportive services that they would need once they obtain that job. Then we also work with employers in the community to help them retain their employment workforce and provide them on-site services at their businesses.
Give me kind of an idea of what kind of needs that people have when they enter the workforce.
Typically, they need supports with basic needs. Sometimes it's clothing and those basic needs, but then also we do job readiness training on site. We help individuals with skill sets as developing a resume, but then we also help them with communication in the workforce, and then we have career consultants on site that help with the actual placements for employment seeking.
I see. And Ilya McGee is Vice President of Community Correctional Programs for Oriana House and NET. What's that mean? What's NET?
New Employment Transition Services, and it's an employment program that we're currently collaborating with Towards Employment, and we're running that through our North Star program over on East 55th, 1834 East 55th. We're providing employment services to help the ex-offenders and their families in the community to reach out and overcome some of the barriers and assist them in getting jobs in the community.
So you two are working together on similar problems, on getting folks into the workforce, right?
Right.
This is a big job, isn't it? I mean, there are a lot of folks out there looking for work.
Correct.
What are your suggestions? What do you tell them? How do you start?
Well, there's no cookie-cutter approach, and we meet with each individual and we assess what their needs are and talk with them and map out what their career interests are, working together and putting them into the right opportunities that will benefit them and their families.
Ilya, where do you start in what you do? What are your suggestions?
Well, first of all, we like to believe that we need to assist the ex-offenders in overcoming barriers that they may have from returning from the institutions or being involved in the criminal justice system. And we believe in assisting them with the barriers will help them be better, successful in the community and be better family members. And also, with overcoming those barriers, it helps to reduce the jail overcrowdedness that we're currently having in Ohio.
When these men and women come out of incarceration, I mean, they come out and we want them to turn their lives around. So we have to find a way to kind of have something at the end of prison for them to turn their lives around with, if I can use a sentence like that.
And our North Star program is unique, and it's a one-stop program, and it has a lot of different variables and things identified in our program, such as we have a legal clinic that we assist people that's returning from the institutions or the community to help them. We have employment services. We provide computer labs, and we work on various things such as developing resumes, computer skills. They have the ability to go on the internet and fill out job applications. So it's unique in that aspect, and it's different ways to help the community.
Yeah. LaShawn, if folks call you, where do you start? What can you help them with? Where do you begin? Where is the beginning?
The beginning is just with making that phone call. Once someone would contact our office, either at Towards Employment or with our partnership with North Star, we'll schedule them for an orientation so that they can hear more about the services available.
These are folks who are in need of employment, looking for employment, and you're trying to get them something that will take them on through life. I mean, not just a job, a temporary job. We're trying to get them employed for the rest of their working lives, correct?
Exactly, because employment promotes self-sufficiency, and that's what's important.
And that's the goal. Let's put a phone number on the screen, 881-5440 in the 216 area code. That's 216-881-5440. That's the phone number.
Correct.
People. A little bit ago, Ilya, you made reference to North Star, and I'm intrigued by why you call the program North Star.
Well, Lee, the Oriental House North Star, and it's the North Star Reentry Resource Center for the community. And what we like to think of it as the leader or guide for people coming in to the community and having the ability to access many services out of what we would call a one-stop shop. And providing those services, as I said earlier, it helps to remove some of the barriers that people have when they're coming back into the community, and it gives them an outlet to have the opportunity to use other services and get involved with other agencies.
I love the reference to the North Star. It is my favorite star because it is the star that the slaves used to guide them north from the South during the slavery times, and that you follow the North Star, which always hangs in the north sky, and that will take you to freedom out of the Confederacy into this part of the country, the northern part of the country, during the 1860s, and well before that too. Leave us with a thought, LaShawn, on why this is vital.
It's vital because it promotes the community. When individuals return from prison, it's vital that they have employment opportunities. So through partnerships like this that were funded through the Cuyahoga Workforce Development Office and the advocacy efforts that our agencies are committed to, we allow individuals returning back to the community to commit themselves to being productive citizens.
881-5440 is the telephone number. You see the website at the bottom of the screen there. NorthStarReentry.org. NorthStarReentry.org. You see at the bottom of the screen, or 881-5440. Thank you so much for being with us. You know you're saving lives, don't you?
Yes.
Both of you are. And thank you for what you do.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it. I'll take a break in a moment. We'll hear from Howard Davis, who's got a brand new book called Professor Teachalot. You're going to learn a lot about a very talented man in a moment. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. Professor Teachalot Career Day is a new book to help children believe in themselves and strive to be the best that they can be. Author and illustrator Howard Davis joins me now to talk about his new book. Good to have you with us. Howard Davis, from Cleveland.
Yes.
Former employee of Channel 5. Always good to have you in the studio.
It's always good to be back here and see everybody. It's a good day. Good day today.
Videotape editor extraordinaire.
Thank you.
Tell me about the new book now, Howard. What's your inspiration for writing this book, Professor Teachalot?
I was inspired by a lot of times at my church. I go to a Good Hope Baptist Church in Cleveland, and a lot of times we would have a period where we would speak to the children. And a lot of children were surprised and amazed at what kind of work I used to do as far as being in television. And so I brought that to them one day and explained to them that you can do a lot of things in life. And a lot of times kids don't believe that they can do anything or be anything that they want to be. And so when I told this to them, they were actually surprised and astonished. I actually won 2 Emmy Awards, and they were surprised about that. But not only that, we had another gentleman there who was a prize fighter back in the 70s. And he had his belts and everything. And nobody ever knew that because we never said it.
Yeah.
So this is the opportunity that I took to say to young kids all over, whoever you may be whatever you want to be, stand up and just do it. Sometimes you just have to tell a child just to do it.
Now, this book, Professor Teachalot, Career Day, You Can Do It. Yes. Who is Professor Teachalot? Now, I know he comes out of your mind. You did the illustrations. You did you authored the writing in this book. Yeah. Who is Professor Teachalot?
Professor Teachalot is an elderly gentleman, a black man who teaches children anything that they want to know. He is that professor that you can go to get the answers for anything. This character was actually developed years ago, maybe 1984, I think. And it was supposed to be originally a toy. And got started with it, but kind of fell through the cracks, and then you end up going to work and working at Channel 5 for many years, which is a good thing, and doing everything you have to do, and you kind of put it to the side. Well, that's what happened with this.
So Professor Teachalot is like Mr. Wizard. When I was growing up, Mr. Wizard, who was on television, who just knows all kinds of things and inspires children to be the best that they can be.
Right. And so this character actually will take you on a lot of different adventures, but this particular book is the one that just sends them on the way to understanding that you can really do whatever you want to do. A lot of times if you don't tell a child that they can do or be whatever they want to be, they may not know it. Just like when my parents first showed me how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
All right, didn't know how to do it, fell off. But when my father said, get up, you can do it, I got up and did it because he instilled in me, get up and do what you can do. It's very easy.
I love this picture right here, this one right here. That looks like Howard Davis, whom I'm talking to. But you find inspiration. Somebody said that you can be an artist.
Yes.
You can get a book, and you're telling kids to take that same attitude into what they want to do, right?
Not only am I telling kids that, I'm telling kids that in this book, but I'm also telling a lot of adults. A lot of times people may get caught up in their situation. Maybe they're working somewhere and maybe they don't have that job anymore or something happens. Sometimes you have to be able to motivate people just to say, get up and just do what you were going to do. There's something that everybody wanted to do.
What's next for Professor Teachalot? Where do you want to take this, Howard?
The next book is being worked on right now, which is very important to me, childhood obesity, and that's something we're working on. So I'm making a series of books concerning Professor Teachalot, and he will teach the world.
You know, the president's wife, Mrs. Obama, is on the campaign for childhood obesity. You should be sending her a copy of this.
I think I will.
And tell her I said hi when you get invited into the White House for lunch over there to talk about it.
That sounds good to me.
You want to do more with this, don't you, Howard? What's your long-range goal with Professor Teachalot?
My long-range goal, I actually see an animated movie with this huge adventure. I can't really say everything I want to do with it right now, but there are other characters that will be involved when this 3D motion picture comes out. And when it does, I want it to be that motivational too, but also fun at the same time.
Can people contact you about Professor Teachalot?
Yes, they can actually reach me at Halo Publishing. That's the publisher for this book.
That's Halo Publishing, HALO Publishing.com. Halo Publishing, or you can also telephone this number I've got on the screen, 216-255-6756.
And they can also email me at howard@ProfessorTeachalot.com.
Howard at Professor Teachalot. And Professor Teachalot, Teachalot. Just run it together. Professor Teachalot.
Yes.
Yeah. Howard, you really got dreams. You've talked about this for years when we worked together and you were putting our newscast together as one of the video editors. You talked about this concept for years.
Right.
Now you've got the time to work on it.
You had the time to work on it. You get it done as soon as you have an opportunity to do it. Just do it. Don't wait for anything. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. just get it done. A lot of times we wait and it's too late.
I've got 20 seconds remaining. You speak in schools about this? You speak to organizations about Professor Teachalot?
Anyone who wants me to come, I can read the book at the schools and anything. Like I said, you can get in touch with me at Halo Publishing. Sit down and have a reading day for children or churches or whatever it may be.
And can we find the book?
Amazon.com, HaloPublishing.com, Borders, Barnes & Nobles, a lot of online bookstores. You can get this book.
Good to have you here, Howard.
Good to be here.
Wish you well. You are Professor Teachalot. This is a good man. A good man. Believe me, and I wish you well with this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Howard Davis, Professor Teachalot, Career Day. It's a wonderful read for the kids. Log on to Newsnet5.com each week to see what's up on Kaleidoscope. Up next, the Urban League's Marsha Maccabee. Here now is Marsha Maccabee, CEO and President of the Urban League of Greater Cleveland. She often joins us at the bottom of the broadcast to bring us words of wisdom.
Thank you, Leon. You know, this is a special time of year when we've just been focusing on Thanksgiving and really counting our blessings and so forth. And so as I look back over the last 15 months of my tenure as the interim president and CEO of the Urban League, people often ask me, how have I been able to stand? How have I been able to do what I've done? And I tell them I have to have a daily dose of sustenance besides food that keeps me going. And one of the things that I depend on heavily is the Maxwell Leadership Bible as a source to assist me. And what I like about this particular version is that throughout the entire Bible, in every book, it gives you leadership aspects and leadership concepts that you can apply to daily life. And so it's really been very, very helpful to me. You
and I were glancing through this during the last commercial, and there were all kinds of things in there that can help you guide yourself, give 100% all the time, make excellence a lifestyle, all of those kinds of things. And they couple that with something from the book of Psalms.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, David's leadership is talked a lot about in this, and Joseph's leadership and others in terms of how they went through their preparation to become leaders. And it wasn't all pretty.
So, no,
so I'm in good company.
but they did what they had to do, certainly, to make the impact that they've made and be written about in the Bible.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leon.
You always bring us something of inspiration.
I try.
Okay. So long.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.